Asking in the euphoria of the World Cup, and as we wrap up tonight, let's bring you today's top story. 2 commanders of the Ansaru terrorist group have now been sentenced by Justice Emeka Onwiti of the Federal High Court in Abuja to life imprisonment, but the DSS is appealing that judgment and calling for the maximum penalty, which is the death penalty. People are reacting to this on social media. Let's bring you some of those reactions. Ayoko says, justice finally catching up. Good to see these Ansaru commanders facing the full weight of the law for their crimes. Nigeria's security forces and court are doing the work. May the victims' families find some closure. Closure is necessary. E-Classic says 15 years is too small now. That sentence should be mandatory for kidnapping and terrorism. The law is too lenient to the criminal in this part of the world. May I mention, it's not 15 years here. It is life imprisonment, and the DSS is seeking the maximum penalty. Sunshine says, sentence them to life in prison. They will come out or plan from the prison. Execute them ASAP is the best way. Well, let's see what the court says. Nuruddin says, I hope their judgment is passed soon and they get killed by firing squad. One, the judgment has been passed. At the moment, it is not the death sentence. Remember, they pleaded guilty today to all 32 counts, the 2 men. And here is Bab saying the court should order for their killing. That would be a lesson for other people involved in terrorism. There have been questions about if this sentence is enough deterrence rather. And here is Mr. Stevens saying a guilty plea closes one case, not the wider problem. The bigger test is whether the networks that enabled these attacks are also dismantled. Critical questions requiring very important answers. Ebioyo says, somebody that takes away someone else's life. 15 years, I'll clarify again, no, it's not 15 years. At the moment, it's life imprisonment, and the DSS is appealing, seeking the maximum penalty. For CJ, the 15 years is for illegal mining, not killing innocent people. We await the sentence of those count charges, and that indeed has been made clear as it stands at the moment. Ms. MV says, a guilty plea is important, but justice must also reflect the scale of the harm caused. Cases involving terrorism deserve sentences that both punish offenders and reinforce accountability for crimes against innocent civilians. That's talking about he's been commensurate. And here is the land rider saying, when they catch these people, they should put them in prison in the southwest or southeast. Leaving them in the north gives them more power. Well, that might need some more explanation, really. And Ibn Abdul, if you had finished up these demons instead of arresting, we won't be discussing this. Okay, and that's the much we have tonight on today's top story. Thank you for sharing your comments. Remember to always tag TVC News when you post them so we might be able to take yours.